Seniors, stop eating these 3 fruits at night, silent sugar traps. Many seniors believe that fruit is always the safest choice for a late-night snack. But not all fruits are friendly to the body after dark. Some, though packed with nutrients, contain hidden sugars that can quietly raise blood pressure, disturb sleep, and strain the heart overnight. Doctors studying nighttime metabolism warn that eating these fruits before bed can lead to restless sleep, morning fatigue, and even long-term health risks if the habit continues. Knowing which fruits to avoid at night is an important step toward protecting your blood sugar, heart, and overall well-being after age 60. If staying strong and healthy matters to you, make sure you don't miss these important tips. Subscribe to this channel for more trusted guidance on senior health, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Together, we can make the years after 50 healthier, steadier, and more restful. Mangoes are often celebrated as one of the healthiest and most delicious fruits, yet eating them at the wrong time, especially at night, can quietly create more harm than good for seniors. The sweetness of a ripe mango comes from its high concentration of natural sugars, mainly fructose and glucose. While these sugars can provide energy during the day, they may work against the body's natural rhythms in the evening. Studies on glucose metabolism have shown that the body processes sugar more slowly at night. Seniors, in particular, experience reduced insulin sensitivity as they age, meaning their bodies do not manage sugar as effectively later in the day. Eating mangoes close to bedtime can cause blood sugar levels to rise at a time when the body is least prepared to handle the load. Doctors often point out that this rise in blood sugar at night contributes to a cascade of effects. Elevated glucose in the bloodstream forces the pancreas to release more insulin, which in turn can create fluctuations in energy. These fluctuations may cause restless sleep, frequent awakenings, and even night sweats. For older adults, whose sleep patterns are already lighter and more fragile, this added disturbance can make restful sleep nearly impossible. A study in the journal Diabetes Care found that nocturnal hyperglycemia, or high blood sugar at night, not only disrupts rest but also increases cardiovascular stress during sleep. Seniors are especially vulnerable to this stress, which can manifest as irregular heartbeat, nighttime hypertension, and increased pressure on the heart muscle. Beyond blood sugar, mangoes at night can also strain digestion. The fruit is rich in fiber, which is normally beneficial, but when combined with its sugar load and eaten late, it can lead to bloating, gas, or indigestion. Gastroenterologists note that lying down soon after eating high-sugar or high-fiber foods increases the risk of acid reflux. For seniors, who often have slower digestion and weaker esophageal muscles, this means mangoes at night can trigger heartburn or a burning sensation in the chest that lingers into the night. Interrupted sleep from such discomfort further reduces the body's ability to repair tissues, balance hormones, and strengthen immunity. Another concern is the impact on blood pressure. Mangoes, due to their sugar density, can stimulate a temporary rise in blood pressure as the body works to process the sudden influx of glucose. Cardiology experts warn that late-night sugar surges increase the risk of nocturnal hypertension, a condition where blood pressure rises during sleep instead of falling. This hidden danger puts extra strain on the cardiovascular system. For seniors already managing conditions such as hypertension, diabetes, or heart disease, the consequences of this nightly sugar spike can be significant, raising the likelihood of complications like stroke or heart attack. The heart is not the only organ affected. Research shows that nighttime sugar consumption can interfere with kidney function as well. Excess sugar in the bloodstream forces the kidneys to filter more aggressively, which can lead to frequent urination during the night. This problem, known as nocturia, is already common among older adults and is a leading cause of sleep disruption. Adding mangoes at night only worsens the issue, pulling seniors out of restorative deep sleep repeatedly. Doctors emphasize that fragmented sleep increases daytime fatigue, weakens concentration, and over time, contributes to cognitive decline. The connection between mangoes and restless sleep goes deeper. High sugar intake stimulates the release of cortisol, a stress hormone that naturally decreases before bedtime to help the body rest. By eating a mango at night, cortisol levels may remain elevated, making it harder to fall asleep and stay asleep. Sleep scientists point out that poor sleep then triggers further imbalances in appetite-regulating hormones like leptin and ghrelin, leading to stronger sugar cravings the next day. This cycle is especially harmful for seniors, as it sets up a repetitive loop of poor rest, increased sugar intake, and worsening metabolic health. Even though mangoes are packed with vitamins A, C, and E, along with antioxidants that support immune function and eye health, the benefits are overshadowed by the risks when they are eaten late in the evening. Doctors generally recommend consuming such fruits earlier in the day, when the body's insulin response is more efficient and energy needs are higher. Eating mangoes at breakfast or lunchtime allows the natural sugars to be used for activity rather than stored as fat. In fact, endocrinologists note that consuming high-sugar fruits earlier in the day helps regulate circadian rhythms by giving the body a timely energy boost, instead of disturbing nighttime rest. Pairing mangoes with other foods is another strategy to reduce their negative effects. Nutritionists suggest combining mango slices with protein-rich yogurt or a handful of nuts during the day. Protein and healthy fats slow down the absorption of sugar, preventing the rapid spikes that occur when mango is eaten alone. This makes the fruit safer for seniors who enjoy its flavor but need to avoid sudden changes in blood glucose. Fiber-rich accompaniments like oats can also stabilize blood sugar responses and improve satiety. These strategies are simple but effective ways to enjoy mangoes without overloading the body with sugar at inappropriate times. The seasonal nature of mangoes adds to their appeal, but it also tempts people to eat them in excess. Doctors caution that moderation is key, especially for seniors managing chronic health conditions. One medium mango contains about 45 grams of sugar, which is already above the recommended daily sugar intake for older adults, particularly if they are sedentary. Eating such a portion at night, just before sleep, means the body has no opportunity to burn off the energy. Instead, the sugar is stored in the liver and muscles, contributing to fat accumulation and worsening insulin resistance over time. The danger of silent sugar traps is that they do not always feel harmful in the moment. A mango before bed might feel like a light and harmless snack, but the hidden consequences build up quietly. Doctors who study geriatric health emphasize that seniors must pay close attention to the timing of food consumption, not just the type of food. Even healthy fruits can become problematic when eaten inappropriately. The nighttime metabolism of older adults is slower, less adaptable, and less forgiving than in younger years. Recognizing this change is crucial to protecting long-term health. One clinical review on aging metabolism highlighted that avoiding late-night sugars reduced the risk of type 2 diabetes progression by as much as 20% in seniors with prediabetes. This demonstrates how simple timing adjustments, such as skipping mangoes at night, can have measurable benefits. Choosing morning or midday for fruit intake takes advantage of the body's natural rhythms and supports better blood sugar stability. In the context of heart health, research also confirms that reducing nighttime sugar lowers nocturnal blood pressure, easing the workload on the cardiovascular system and supporting better sleep quality. For those who still crave sweetness at night, experts recommend lighter options with lower sugar density. While mangoes may not be the right choice, there are alternatives that satisfy the taste for fruit without overwhelming the system. Berries, for example, provide antioxidants with far less sugar, and kiwi is known to promote better sleep quality. These options are preferable in the evening for seniors who wish to maintain healthy blood sugar, protect their heart, and sleep more soundly. However, the key principle remains: mangoes should be reserved for the earlier hours of the day. In summary, mangoes are not harmful by themselves, but they are poorly suited for nighttime consumption, especially for seniors. The high sugar content disrupts blood sugar control, interferes with restful sleep, strains digestion, raises blood pressure, and adds unnecessary stress to the heart and kidneys. Experts consistently recommend enjoying mangoes in moderation and during the daytime, ideally paired with protein or fiber, to balance their natural sweetness. By making this simple shift, seniors can continue to enjoy the vibrant taste and health benefits of mangoes without falling into the trap of silent sugar damage at night. Grapes are often praised for their antioxidants and natural sweetness, yet when eaten at night, they can create silent complications for seniors. The main issue lies in their sugar concentration. A single cup of grapes contains around 23 grams of sugar, primarily in the form of glucose and fructose. While this amount is manageable earlier in the day when the body is more active, it becomes problematic at night when metabolism slows down. Research has shown that insulin sensitivity drops in the evening, meaning the body cannot handle sugar as efficiently. For seniors, whose insulin response is already reduced with age, this leads to higher and longer-lasting spikes in blood sugar after consuming grapes at night. Doctors studying nighttime metabolism have highlighted that late-evening sugar surges increase the risk of nocturnal hyperglycemia, a condition where blood sugar remains elevated throughout the night. This not only affects how the body manages energy but also creates pressure on the cardiovascular system. Elevated blood sugar triggers the release of insulin, which can cause fluctuations that disturb sleep. Seniors often notice restlessness, night sweats, or waking up multiple times, but may not realize that something as simple as a bowl of grapes before bed is the trigger. Sleep experts point out that blood sugar fluctuations at night disrupt deep sleep stages, reducing the body's ability to repair muscles, support immune function, and protect memory. The cardiovascular effects of grapes at night extend beyond sleep quality. Studies published in cardiology journals show that nighttime sugar spikes increase blood pressure instead of allowing it to fall, which is the natural pattern during restful sleep. This hidden rise in blood pressure, called nocturnal hypertension, puts unnecessary strain on the heart. Seniors with hypertension, heart disease, or a history of stroke are particularly vulnerable. Even those who are otherwise healthy may face added cardiovascular stress when grapes are eaten close to bedtime, as the heart and blood vessels work harder than they should during the night. Over time, these repeated stresses contribute to arterial stiffness and reduced heart efficiency. Another overlooked effect of grapes at night is their impact on nerve health. Grapes are rich in natural sugars that, when eaten excessively in the evening, can worsen neuropathy symptoms in seniors with diabetes or prediabetes. High sugar in the bloodstream can irritate nerve endings, leading to tingling, numbness, or burning sensations, particularly in the feet and legs. Doctors treating older adults with peripheral neuropathy often advise reducing nighttime sugar intake to prevent flare-ups. Eating grapes during the day, when sugar can be burned through activity, reduces this risk, but at night, the body lacks that outlet, making symptoms more likely to intensify. Digestive health is also influenced by the timing of grape consumption. Grapes are high in fermentable sugars, which can produce gas and bloating when digestion slows down at night. Gastroenterologists explain that this fermentation process increases when the fruit sits in the gut during rest, rather than being moved along through daytime activity. For seniors already prone to reflux, bloating, or irritable bowel symptoms, eating grapes at night heightens discomfort. Lying down soon after eating grapes can also encourage acid reflux, which may manifest as chest burning or coughing that interrupts sleep. Over time, repeated reflux episodes damage the esophagus and weaken sleep quality even further. Beyond digestion and sleep, grapes at night can influence kidney function. Their sugar load requires the kidneys to filter excess glucose from the blood, which often results in increased urination. Seniors, who already experience nocturia due to age-related changes in the bladder and kidneys, find this problem worsens after consuming sugary fruits like grapes in the evening. Frequent bathroom trips break sleep cycles, leaving the body less refreshed. Doctors caution that fragmented sleep over months or years contributes to cognitive decline, falls due to nighttime bathroom trips, and weakened immunity. Thus, something as small as a handful of grapes before bed can quietly undermine long-term health. Another area of concern is how grapes influence body weight when eaten at night. A serving may not feel heavy, but the sugar content is quickly stored as fat if not used for energy. Since the body is at rest during sleep, those calories are not burned, increasing fat storage around the liver, abdomen, and other organs. For seniors, this worsens insulin resistance and raises the risk of fatty liver disease. Nutrition researchers emphasize that this cycle is one of the main reasons why late-night snacking, even on fruits, contributes to weight gain. Grapes, with their concentrated sugar, are among the most common culprits. While grapes contain valuable nutrients such as vitamin K, vitamin C, and polyphenols like resveratrol, the timing of consumption changes whether these benefits outweigh the risks. Resveratrol, for example, supports cardiovascular health, but the sugar accompanying it cancels out some of its positive effects when eaten at night. Doctors recommend enjoying grapes earlier in the day to take advantage of their antioxidants while avoiding nighttime sugar damage. Pairing grapes with protein or fat, such as cheese or nuts at lunch, slows sugar absorption and reduces spikes, making them a safer option. However, eaten alone at night, grapes deliver a sugar rush that overwhelms the system. Endocrinologists stress that the circadian rhythm plays a crucial role in how the body handles food. The body's biological clock expects lower energy intake at night, which is why sugar is harder to manage during these hours. Seniors benefit from aligning fruit consumption with daytime hours, respecting the body's natural cycle. This simple shift helps regulate blood sugar, supports better sleep, and protects cardiovascular health. Studies have found that seniors who avoid late-night sugar not only sleep more soundly but also maintain steadier energy levels and improved memory function during the day. It is also important to consider portion sizes. Many seniors underestimate how many grapes they eat because the fruit is small and easy to snack on. What seems like a light portion can quickly add up to several cups, delivering large amounts of sugar. Doctors recommend pre-portioning grapes if they are eaten during the day, to prevent unintentional overeating. At night, however, even small amounts create problems because of slowed metabolism. Recognizing this distinction helps seniors make informed decisions without having to completely eliminate grapes from their diet. The key lesson with grapes is not that they are inherently bad, but that they are poorly suited for late-night eating. Seniors are especially sensitive to the effects of sugar at night because of age-related changes in insulin sensitivity, kidney function, and sleep patterns. Grapes, with their deceptively high sugar density, can turn a harmless snack into a trigger for restless nights, higher blood pressure, and long-term complications. Doctors agree that choosing the right time of day to enjoy grapes is critical. Midday or early afternoon, paired with other foods, is when the body can process them most efficiently, delivering their antioxidants without the hidden dangers. In conclusion, grapes represent one of the most common silent sugar traps for seniors at night. Their sweetness masks the risk of blood sugar spikes, cardiovascular strain, digestive discomfort, kidney stress, and disrupted sleep. Although packed with nutrients, the timing of consumption makes all the difference. Seniors who shift grape consumption to the daylight hours protect their heart, nerves, kidneys, and sleep, ensuring they reap the benefits of this fruit without the silent harms. The message from nutrition experts and doctors is consistent: grapes are best enjoyed under the sun, not under the moon. Bananas are widely regarded as one of the most comforting and accessible fruits, yet eating them at night can create complications that many seniors do not expect. The natural sweetness of a ripe banana comes from a mix of glucose, fructose, and sucrose, with one medium fruit containing around 14 grams of sugar and 27 grams of carbohydrates. While this makes bananas a quick source of energy during the day, consuming them before bed has very different effects. Doctors studying circadian metabolism point out that the body's ability to handle sugar is reduced in the evening, especially for older adults who already have lower insulin sensitivity. This means the sugars in bananas remain longer in the bloodstream at night, causing elevated blood glucose levels during a time when the body should be resting and recovering. Elevated blood sugar before bed creates multiple challenges for seniors. One of the most immediate issues is its effect on sleep. Rising glucose can trigger fluctuations in insulin, which in turn may cause nighttime awakenings, restlessness, or even sweating. Research on sleep and glucose regulation has shown that people with higher blood sugar in the evening spend less time in deep restorative sleep. For seniors, who naturally have lighter and shorter sleep cycles, this disruption can lead to chronic fatigue and reduced alertness during the day. Over time, this cycle increases the risk of cognitive decline, mood changes, and reduced physical resilience. What seems like a harmless banana at bedtime can quietly undermine the quality of rest that is essential for healthy aging. Bananas also contain starch that converts into sugar as the fruit ripens. Eating a ripe banana at night means both the sugar and starch contribute to a rapid increase in blood glucose. For seniors with diabetes or pre-diabetes, this spike can be particularly harmful. Doctors monitoring diabetic patients often observe that late-night carbohydrate intake is one of the strongest predictors of morning hypoglycemia. High fasting glucose, which is measured after waking, has been linked to higher risks of cardiovascular disease, kidney problems, and nerve damage. This makes avoiding high-carbohydrate fruits like bananas before bed a practical step in managing long-term health. Digestion is another area where bananas can cause problems when eaten too late. Although bananas contain fiber, which is usually beneficial, their combination of sugar and starch is not ideal for nighttime digestion. Gastroenterologists explain that eating bananas close to bedtime can increase the risk of acid reflux, bloating, or discomfort when lying down. Seniors with slower digestive systems or weakened esophageal muscles are more prone to reflux symptoms, which may manifest as coughing, chest discomfort, or a bitter taste in the mouth during the night. These symptoms not only disturb sleep but can also contribute to long-term damage to the esophagus if repeated regularly. The mineral content of bananas is often cited as one of their greatest benefits. They are high in potassium and magnesium, both of which are important for muscle relaxation, nerve function, and heart health. However, the timing of consumption determines how these minerals are used by the body. Eating bananas during the day allows potassium and magnesium to support muscle performance and energy metabolism. At night, the sugar load accompanying these minerals cancels many of the potential benefits. Nutrition experts recommend obtaining these minerals from other evening-friendly sources, such as leafy greens, pumpkin seeds, or a small serving of nuts, which provide relaxation without the sugar spike. Another hidden risk of eating bananas before bed is their effect on weight management. Seniors often have slower metabolisms and lower levels of daily physical activity. Consuming carbohydrate-rich foods at night, when energy needs are minimal, means excess glucose is more likely to be stored as fat. Over time, this contributes to weight gain, especially around the abdomen and liver, which further worsens insulin resistance. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that late-night carbohydrate intake is directly associated with higher body fat percentages in older adults. This means that while bananas are a nutritious fruit, their timing makes them counterproductive for those trying to maintain a healthy weight. The link between bananas and cardiovascular strain at night also deserves attention. High nighttime glucose is strongly associated with nocturnal hypertension, where blood pressure rises during sleep instead of falling. This puts extra strain on the heart and blood vessels, reducing the body's ability to recover overnight. Seniors with heart disease, arrhythmia, or a history of stroke face higher risks when their nightly sugar intake keeps blood pressure elevated. Doctors monitoring heart patients often caution against evening snacks that combine high sugar and starch, such as bananas, due to this hidden cardiovascular burden. Even for seniors without chronic conditions, bananas before bed can cause unwanted side effects. Some older adults report feeling heaviness or sluggishness when consuming them at night, a result of the fruit's high carbohydrate density. The natural serotonin in bananas, while useful for mood regulation, does not directly convert to melatonin in amounts significant enough to improve sleep. Instead, the sugar content works against restful sleep, creating a confusing mix of effects. Sleep specialists emphasize that while bananas are sometimes promoted as a bedtime snack, their sugar load outweighs their potential sleep benefits for seniors. This does not mean bananas should be avoided entirely. They are rich in nutrients that support energy, digestion, and heart health. The key is timing and pairing. Eating bananas in the morning or as part of a midday snack allows the body to use the sugar for energy, while the potassium supports blood pressure regulation throughout the day. Combining bananas with protein, such as yogurt or nut butter, slows the absorption of sugar and makes them a balanced choice. Doctors generally recommend limiting banana intake to earlier hours and avoiding them close to bedtime, especially for those with diabetes, hypertension, or sleep issues. In conclusion, bananas are nutritious but poorly suited as a late-night snack for seniors. Their mix of sugar and starch disrupts blood sugar control, weakens sleep quality, worsens acid reflux, increases cardiovascular strain, and contributes to unwanted weight gain. The benefits of potassium and magnesium are best obtained during the day when the body can use them effectively, without the burden of sugar at night. By shifting banana consumption to earlier hours, seniors can continue enjoying their taste and nutrition without falling into the silent sugar trap that damages health during the night. Safer fruit options at night can provide nutrition without overwhelming the body with sugar. Berries are among the best choices for seniors before bed. Blueberries, strawberries, and raspberries are naturally lower in sugar compared to tropical fruits, yet they are rich in antioxidants that support brain and heart health. Their high fiber content also slows sugar absorption, helping to maintain stable blood glucose through the night. Kiwi is another fruit that has been studied for its sleep-promoting properties. Research published in the Asia-Pacific Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that consuming kiwi before bed improved both sleep quality and duration. The reason is its combination of antioxidants, serotonin, and vitamin C, which together support relaxation without raising blood sugar excessively. Seniors who struggle with sleep disorders may benefit from adding kiwi as an evening option. Papaya, in small portions, is also gentle on digestion. Its natural enzymes, particularly papain, help break down food and reduce bloating, making it easier for seniors with slower digestion to feel comfortable at night. Unlike mangoes or bananas, papaya has a moderate sugar content, making it a safer choice for late hours. Apples, when eaten in thin slices, offer fiber and hydration without causing sharp spikes in glucose. Their natural sweetness is mild, and they pair well with a handful of nuts for extra satiety and stable energy release. These alternatives demonstrate that seniors do not need to avoid fruit altogether at night. By choosing lower sugar, fiber-rich options, it is possible to enjoy a light, satisfying snack while protecting blood sugar stability, cardiovascular health, and restful sleep.